Hey everyone, this is Soomin with Strategic Finance Careers. After talking with a lot of our students, I think there are still open questions on the differences between working at a big company, say like Series D through public, versus working at a middle sized company like Series B through D, and then earlier stage companies. So just wanted to hop on here, give you a perspective, and talk about kind of the key differences, but also the similarities. Also, I want to acknowledge that Zoo has already created a video on this topic. So if you haven't, go watch that. There's going to be a lot of overlap, but just want to provide a second perspective. Just because I've been doing a lot of reflection and been going through some career changes. And also, my point of view will be more associate manager, kind of more junior level. So, yeah, let's get started. So, to kick it off, let's talk about kind of the core responsibilities and the actual job duties. So I think Zoo nailed it on the head, and this really hasn't changed over time. But as you get more, I guess, as you get to a bigger stage company, the more kind of niche and specialized your role will be. So during my time on the strategic finance team at a pre kind of professional funding round company, you're wearing a lot of hats, right? You are one of probably 3 to 5 finance and accounting hires, and you're going to be tapped in to do whatever is needed from you. For example, during my time, I built the operating model from scratch. I did some pricing work. I even got kind of my hands dirty in like the accounting. So AP, AR, cash forecasting, literally anything that is an open item, like you will probably be tapped in to do. So as you get to the Series B through Series D companies, your job responsibilities will start to get segmented somehow. So whether that is the kind of cross-functional partner you work with, whether that is what part of the P&L, you just kind of have to specialize, or else you'll be stretched a little bit too thin. So, for example, at the Series C company that I worked at, our finance team was kind of split into two. It was like the LTV side, and then it was like the product side. So, our team, the product side, was more focused on growth, top of funnel, while the LTV side is more focused on like the unit economics. And then you combine that together, it's kind of the full strategic finance cohort picture. And I recently recruited, and I saw a lot of job descriptions that were like strategic finance associate go to market, right? Like you will see a lot more segmentation for those Series B through Series D. And in that case, you're really working, top of funnel where you're working with the sales team, top line to drive revenue growth. So, yeah, that second kind of tier, the Series B through Series D, you start to get more specialized. Now, as you get to like the later stage companies, you'll start to understand that you're being hired for a specific role and responsibility. And you can see this evolution kind of even in the way the roles are written, right? So, in a lot of earlier stage, it's like strategic finance lead or strategic finance associate. But at these kind of bigger public companies, it turns into finance and strategy associate, manager, etc. And that's because you're really going to be either playing in either the finance or the strategy. You're never really going to be doing both. Well, never say never, but just in my experience. So, for example, Block, right? They might have a finance and strategy associate dash marketing, where all you're doing is running models on like LTV CAC, MCAC, just focusing on that top line. And that is kind of, in my opinion, what I've seen the graduation of job duties as you go from early stage all the way up to those public companies. So I was going to talk about like 3 to 4 things, and I'm realizing that this video is already super long. So we'll make this a series. If you had fun or learned something new, follow along. I'm going to be talking about comp, culture, and also decision making, and maybe some other things. But thanks for listening. That is part one of what's the difference between working at a small company versus a big company.